Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Perfect afternoon for Sunday baseball here at the Big A. The homestand continues, and this afternoon, the Angels look for the series sweep against the visiting Texas Rangers. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubiza. Over the last two games, we've seen a very interesting game here or there. We've seen some very clutch hits. We've seen some very good pitching performances. We've even seen some mistakes on both sides of the baseball, but the Angels certainly have capitalized in taking the first two of the series.
Well, it started out, Victor. Jerome Williams did a great job as far as getting his start against the Rangers, his first career start against Texas. But Jerome was able to get the fastball in the strike zone, and of course, he had a very good slider also getting swings and misses. But Mike Trout's been the story throughout this entire series. A triple on that swing, also mixed in another base hit, a 3 RBI. And of course, when you look at game two, took advantage of some mistakes on the defensive side by Texas. Albert Pujols gets a second on a pop-up that could have been caught. Adrian Beltre, one of the best fielding third basemen, bobbles the ball, allows Pujols to score. And then here, Andrews staying back on the base while not being aggressive, looking for interference that did not work. And then, of course, Trout, once again, we talk about his speed, we talk about his glove, and his bat slides in and scores that run with that perfect throw with Cruz, and then Frieri with that nasty, invisible fastball, unhittable at times, gets that punch out against Josh Hamilton when they had the bases loaded. So they've done everything well, the Angels, as far as getting those leads, maintaining leads, making the plays, and forcing Texas to make mistakes of winning those first two games.
Yeah, the Halos right now on this homestand with a 4-1 record. They will send the veteran Dan Herron to the mound today to face the Texas Rangers. He'll be opposed by the left-hander Matt Harrison. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A, so sit back and relax. We'll bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By Hyundai, the votes are in. The Hyundai Elantra is the 2012 North American Car of the Year. Visit your Southern California Hyundai dealer today. And by 76 Gas, we're on the driver's side. Gorgeous, gorgeous day here at the Big A. The Angels not wasting any time. That's kind of how Dan Herron likes to roll here. He just gets out there, gets ready to his warm-up pitches in and face this Texas Rangers lineup. Still first in the American League West with a 31-22 record. This is the lineup that Ron Washington is running out there. Same lineup that he had out in Friday night's game. Kinsler at second, Andrews at short, Hamilton in center field, Adrian Beltre, the cleanup hitter, at third, Michael Young, the DH, Nelson Cruz in right. It's David Murphy in left, Mike Napoli behind the plate, and left-hand hitting first baseman Mitch Moreland will bat ninth and play first. Taking on Dan Herron, looking for his fourth win of the season.
And Dan Herron getting healthier and healthier with that back issue he had. Last 18 2/3 innings pitched, 0 walks, 23 strikeouts. Last two games in general, this dominant 2-0, 16 innings pitched. This one earned run allowed. Look for him to utilize his fastball in the outer half and finish off a number of these hitters. A free swinging club that Texas is as far as jumping on the fastball. Get him out with that split finger fastball.
Take a look at the defense behind Herron this afternoon. It's Mike Trout in left, Peter Borges in center, Mark Trumbo in right. The infield has Alberto Callaspo, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Albert Pujols around from third to first. John Hester is behind the plate.
Peter Borges out in center field getting the start tonight. This afternoon, I should say. This baseball carries very well at the Big A during the day, but he's the perfect guy to have out there along with Trout and Trumbo to be able to cover a lot of ground, to be able to catch those fly balls and stay in the yard.
Ian Kinsler steps in to lead things off. Had an 0-for-2 game, 0-for-3 game last night. Did pick up a couple of walks. The first one from Herron is bounced foul. And we start this game off with a strike. Kinsler hitting .277 on the year, 6 home runs and 23 runs batted in. 18 doubles and 2 triples. The everyday leadoff man for Texas, signing a contract extension earlier this season as he swings through the off-speed pitch, and it's no balls with 2 strikes. Texas, after their loss last night, had a very long team meeting in the clubhouse. Ron Washington gathering the troops. We're told, as the 0-2 is delivered, it's down low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It was determined after that play by Elvis Andrews on the chopper by Mike Trout that win or lose, Texas was going to have a team meeting. They've not played Texas-like baseball over the last week to 10 days as Kinsler skies this one down the left field line and hooking foul. The count remains at 1-2, so Ron Washington, one of those guys that certainly doesn't want things to kind of snowball on his ball club. He wanted to kind of air things out.
Well, he's not afraid to get into the players' faces and tell them, hey, I want you to play a certain way. I want you to play hard. I want to play Ranger baseball. And if he doesn't feel they're doing that, he's not afraid to go up and talk to each individual or a team meeting.
The 1-2 looped in the air at first base. Albert Pujols near the foul line. 1 out. Brings up Elvis Andrews, and we will take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
And speaking of that defense for Ron Washington, it's been a struggle for him. You give Glove a bad name, little Bon Jovi. They've been struggling. 27 unearned runs since the end of April as a defense. So they've been struggling as far as that. A few errors led to some runs last night. Same thing in the first game. That error by Ian Kinsler allowed that big run to come across with Mike Trout.
Now, folks sitting at home can draw their own conclusions, but all I'm saying is if you've gone back-to-back days with Jersey guys for your keys to the game, you're a Philly guy now. All right? That's all I'm saying.
Just on the other side of the river, man.
I'm just throwing it out there as Herron delivers a strike to Elvis Andrews.
I knew Jersey better than Pennsylvania. I'm right on the border.
Elvis Andrews last night ended up going 1 for 4. Had a single in the third inning, hitting .302 on the season. Shows bunt, drops a beautiful one on the third base side. Herron with a bare hand throw to first, and he throws it wildly. Andrews with good speed will head to second and stay there. That'll be a bunt base hit and an error. Herron gets charged with the E. 33rd error of the season for the Angels.
We're pretty close to stepping on home plate. Also, for Andrews, that's one of those plays the pitch you try to feel with the bare hand and make a throw all in one motion. I don't know if he gets him anyhow, even with a strong throw.
Yep.
Still, you know, when you think about Dan Herron in that back, you want to make sure it's in good position. So it's a tough play for Herron to get off the mound and still field it and make the throw.
Dan's one of those guys that falls off to the first base side as Hamilton fouls off the first pitch. And it's no balls to the strike. Hamilton went 0 for 4 yesterday. Did draw a walk. He was the last out of the game, striking out against Ernesto Frieri, hitting .358, 21 home runs, 57 runs batted in, the American League Player of the Month for May. That pitch just missed off the plate, apparently, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Angels with Hamilton at the plate, overshift with 3 infielders on the right side. Kayaspa stays at home at third with a base runner at second. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
The first pitch, a slow curve, and a fastball just off the plate, and then split finger fastball. Again, like we talked about, trying to the philosophy going against Hamilton, a lot of slow stuff, preferably away and down.
Saw Hamilton after that swing right there kind of play with that right wrist that we saw him playing with last night, bothering him, the forearm and the wrist area. Lifted in the air towards center. Towering shot, playable for Borges. Andrews looks like he wants to tag. Borges makes the catch. Andrews will stay at second. Terrific throw by Peter Borges to down. Peter gets the deserved round of applause. The umpires for today's game. Brian Runge is behind the plate. It's Ted Barrett at first. Marvelous Marvin Hudson at second base. And the crew chief is Tim McClellan. He's over at third. So 2 outs. Andrews still at second base. Here's Adrian Beltre. Beltre 0 for 4. Got a 4 strikeout game. Hitting .316 with 10 home runs and 35 runs batted in. Swings and misses first pitch, and it's 0-1.
Beltre with great numbers against Heron. .453 with 3 home runs. That's 24 hits and 53 at bats. You have an open base. Granted, it's only the first inning. You have to make him hit your pitch.
Fastball in, evens the count. Beltre had very good numbers going into last night's game against C.J. Wilson. And Wilson tied him up nicely, climbing the ladder on a couple of occasions with the high fastball. C.J. did not factor into the decision, going 6 innings, allowing no runs on 5 hits. Beltre swings and misses on the breaking ball, 1-2.
A good spot to go right back outside again. Beltre with 4 strikeouts last night.
One-two pitch rolled foul. This one off the screen in front of the Angels dugout. Elvis Andrus reaching on the butt base hit, and then went to second on the throwing error by Dan Heron. Heron trying to finish off this top of the first. Another 1-2. This is inside off the glove of Hester. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Back-to-back split finger fastballs from Heron against Beltre.
Full count now. Michael Young on deck. Time is called. Three-two, lifted in the air to center. Borges comes in a couple of steps and to his right. He'll put it away, and the Angels will come to bat at the bottom of the first. And Trout, Kayaspa, and Pujols have faced Matt Harrison with no score. today. The Halos 3.5 back with a 28-26 record. Have Mike Trout leading things off in left field. Alberto Callaspo at third. Albert Pujols at first. Mark Trumbo is the cleanup man in right field. Torrey Hunter at DH. Howie Kendrick at second. Eric Ibar the shortstop. Peter Borges in center. John Hester batting ninth and doing the catching as they take on the 26-year-old left-hander native of Creedmoor, North Carolina by the name of Matt Harrison. First pitch is a strike.
Matt Harrison fastball 90-95, curve, slider, changeup. His out pitch to right-handed batters, though. He will throw a number of changeups running away from him.
Breaking ball, just missed off the plate. Evens a count at a ball and a strike on Mike Trout. Recently named the American League Rookie of the Month for May, as this one is a one-hopper over to Ian Kinsler. One out. Let's take a look at the defense for the Texas Rangers today. Murphy in left, Hamilton at center, Cruz in right. The infield has Beltre, Andrews, Kinsler, Moreland from third to first, Napoli behind the plate.
Elvis Andrews at shortstop has committed 7 errors so far this year. Has a above average arm strength, tremendous range, but at times does not follow through on that throw to the first base, and that's why you see the errors being made. 32 errors at shortstop in the last 2 seasons, which is the most in the American League.
Alberto Callaspo looks at a fastball for a strike. Callaspo comes in hitting .242 after a 2-for-4 game last night. Picked up his 16th run batted in. Lays off that pitch. And evens a count at a ball and a strike. One ball, 2 strikes now.
Well, that's that good changeup he has. He has great arm action on that pitch.
Second start of the year for Harrison against the Angels. He got that start Saturday afternoon in Texas as Callaspo goes down looking for out number 2. I think Alberto must be anticipating or waiting for a breaking ball. Harrison delivers a fastball. 2 down, nobody on for Pujols.
After a changeup, spots the fastball inside at 95. He can change speeds very well with it. Changeup back to his fastball, 4-seam fastball.
Albert looks at a fastball downstairs. In that start on May the 12th, Matt Harrison went 6 innings, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, and took the loss. Albert looks at a fastball strike on the inside corner to even the count. Pujols went 0 for 2 yesterday with a couple of walks, hitting .238. 8 home runs and 29 runs batted in. 2-1. And Heron and in Harrison today, we have 2 very quick workers. Don't waste a whole lot of time. 3 balls and a strike. Trumbo on deck.
Now think about Harrison, 1-1 in day games with an ERA over 7, 5-1 at night with an ERA under 3.
This one toward the middle, but with the overshift on, Kinsler has it. So that's a 4-3 put out. The Angels go down in order. 1 in the books with no score. No score. Michael Young to lead things off here against Dan Herron. Very quiet first inning for both sides. Warm afternoon for baseball here at the Big A. A little breeze. Until the heat starting to percolate a little bit. Closer and closer to summer. Michael Young looks at a strike, evens the count at 1-1.
Certainly feels like summer today.
Oh. Good thing we're sporting long sleeves. Two balls and a strike on Young, who had a 2-for-3 game yesterday, hitting .285, 3 home runs and 22 runs batted in. Breaking ball, in for strike 2. A lot of off-speed stuff here in the early going, and that's going to be the approach against Texas. To get outs, you better make sure location is good, and so far for Dan Herron it is good. That is probably the best way to approach it, even if you've got a live fastball. I mean, from a starter perspective, a lot of off-speed stuff and away from the hot zones. This one out toward right. Trumbo playing back already is there. 1 out.
Yeah, I think most pitchers, starting pitchers, try to establish their fastball early on, and you see a lot more fastballs, and then you change that philosophy as the game progresses. Use your changeup, curveball, slider, split. But I think against Texas, I think you go the opposite way around, like Dan Herron's doing so far today. Off-speed pitches early, and then later in the game when they start looking off-speed, then you get the fastball by him, whether it's upstairs or on the inside part of the plate.
It's funny, I happened to walk in at the same time as Torrey did this morning to the ballpark. We were talking about Yu Darvish as Nelson Cruz steps in. And in talking about Darvish last night, there was that one swing where Torrey had kind of a smile on his face after it was like a 96, 97 mile per hour fastball. And he looked back to Torrey Albin, and I was asking him about that, the type of delivery and motion he has. He said, listen, that guy, whenever he wants to, can run it up in the upper 90s with movement, and you have no idea where it's going. You could be looking fastball and have no idea. And he said, conversely, you got a guy like Dan Herron who lives at 89 but looks 92 to 93 because of that off speed. As Cruz pops this one up out to shallow left. Eric Ibar going out there. 2 down. And it goes back to your point about it. First 2 times maybe through the order, you're living on the off-speed stuff, and all of a sudden that fastball comes in. It may only look like 89 on the radar gun. It actually is 89 or 90 on the radar gun. But as a hitter, that's got a little bit more giddy up to it.
Yeah, and exactly. That's the game plan of a veteran pitcher. That way you have that good fastball, at least the appearance of a good fastball later in the game when you need that strikeout, or to be able to jam a hitter because he's looking off speed. You can run that fastball in on the hands and get a bad swing against it.
David Murphy looks at the strike.
But if you throw it a lot early on, a lot of 88, 89, these hitters will time. That's a perfect hitting speed.
This one out towards center field. Peter Borges drifting back. Herron has himself a 1-2-3 inning. And of course, Torrey being the veteran that he was, wearing shorts and a t-shirt on a nice warm day like today. Head to the bottom of the second with no score. day like today. Who's the guy in the jeans with the sweatshirt, though?
It's a perfect look for the beach, don't you think?
Is that your Uncle Joey?
Yeah, he came in from Jersey.
From Jersey, yeah, it's still chilly back east. Mark Trumbo looks at a strike. It'll be Trumbo, Hunter, and Kendrick here in the second. Mark coming off a hitless game last night, going 0 for 4. Hits this one to the right side. Moreland has it. They'll feed Harrison, and there is the first out here in the second. Take a look at our Kia standings today. Best records since April the 30th. The Angels at 21-11, a game behind the Marlins.
Who would have thought the White Sox? They've been playing some great ball under Robin Ventura. Rangers, though, 15-16 after that great start they had. 16 wins in the month of April. Since that point, has been struggling, especially with the glove. I mean, they've made some key errors in games that it is surprising because they're usually known as a very good defensive club.
They had their 9-game winning streak snapped yesterday by Seattle in extra innings. Team that's still just mind-boggling, the Tigers. They lost again today. They had Justin Verlander on the mound and lost 5-1. As Torrey looks at the strike. Phil Hughes actually threw the ball well for New York. The ball's 2 strikes on Hunter.
Well, you remember that start he had against the Angels here. The start of this homestand, he would have given up 6 or 7 runs on 11 hits. Threw a lot of strikes.
One, 2, just missing down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Full count now. Swing and a miss. Torrey saying he foul tipped that ball, but Napoli fires on the first. It's a strikeout, 2 down.
A breaking pitch. Didn't look like Torrey fouled that one off. Especially the way Napoli went after the baseball. It was a pretty good indication that it was just something that Napoli was unable to catch.
Now he looks at a strike on the outside corner. I like the approach too by Torrey asking Napoli if he had foul tipped that ball. You know Mike's going to give him an honest answer.
Yeah, there's no doubt he would.
Now he had a 1 for 4 game last night, hitting .258, 4 home runs, 21 with runs batted in. He's got 7 doubles and a couple of triples. Fouls this one off to the right. A 1-2 count. 5 in a row retired by Harrison, including a couple of strikeouts.
Oh, he has good numbers against Harrison. 444 with 1 home run.
The 1-2. Chopper back to the mound. Harrison has it. And he has retired the first 6 in a row. 2 complete here at the Big A with no score. Off. Another great crowd on hand. 40,000 plus the first two nights. Sell out last night. Herron's first pitch to Napoli is a strike on the outside corner. Napoli getting to start behind the plate like he did Friday night. He got to start at first base yesterday before moving back behind the plate after Torrealba was ejected. 1 ball, 1 strike. Had a 1-for-2 game, had a couple of walks. In 243 on the season with 9 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. No strikeouts, no walks for Herron. Gave up that bunt base hit to Elvis Andrus in the first inning. He ended up at second on the throwing error by Dan, but was stranded there. Mitch Moreland, the first baseman on deck, then back to the top of the order in Ian Kinsler. 2-2. Pretty good pitch.
Well, that's a good spot. Pitch before that, good changeup. He missed by a lot, if he missed at all. Just off the inside corner at 89.
So full count now on Napoli. This one's fouled back. Another 3-2. Napoli lines with a left to lead off base hit. And that'll bring up Moreland. Be sure to log on to FoxSportsWest.com. Check out all the features that are on there, including the showdown against the Rangers, the CIF baseball and softball finals, as well as the Kings and their 2-0 lead over the New Jersey Devils. That much and more at FoxSportsWest.com.
Boy, Kings a couple overtime victories on the road. 9 victories on the road this postseason. Run to the cup.
Leadoff man on board for the first time in this game. Moreland at the plate. 0-for-1 yesterday as he got an at-bat. Struck out against Ernesto Frieri. A .274 average with 8 home runs and 20 runs batted in. That pitch is a little bit high, 1-0. Moreland in the game on Friday night rolled into 2 double plays, going 0-for-3. Texas last night rolling into 4 double plays. Two balls and no strikes. Back-to-back wins for Herron against Seattle and the Yankees. The last one was here at home on the 29th. 1 run on 8 hits, 7 innings of work. Struck out 7, walked nobodies. This one's bounced through the right side, and that's a base hit. Napoli will round second and stay there as Trumbo gets the baseball back in. First 2 have reached for Texas here to start the third. And Kinsler coming up.
Well, when Moreland's ahead of the count, much more productive with his swing. Pitch down. It's that ball hard through the hole between first and second.
Kinsler popped out to Albert Pujols in the first inning. 0-for-1. It's the fastball up and away.
You would think this is a perfect opportunity with the leadoff batter to square around the bump at Kinsler with 0 sacrifice bunts this year.
This one down the line. Trout giving chase. Dives, and he can't make the play.
Very dangerous play, diving head first, and he slid right into the wall.
Nice effort on the part of Mike Trout. Gets a nice ovation.
And able to turn at the very end to put the shoulder into the wall. Great effort trying to dive and make that play. Not a lot of give at all in that wall down there. Even with the padding, it's a very tough place to run into.
The 1-1 pitch. Fouled. Ball and 2 strikes. Napoli starting off this third inning with a base hit to left. Moreland with a base hit to right. First and second, nobody out. Two balls, 2 strikes. Outfield straight around against Kinsler. Trumbo deep in right field. 2-2. This one hooked down a left field line and foul.
Well, with that swing, the Kinsler have more of an uppercut swing. Very quick, a lot of fly balls, although he's hit into 7 double plays. So you have to try to throw a good time to throw that split finger fastball down and away or slider down and away. See if you can get a ground ball in the infield.
Another 2-2. This one out towards shallow right center field. Borges coming on, so is Trumbo. Trumbo makes the catch. Napoli's going to try to go to third. The throw is not in time. Tim McClellan with the call at third base. Nice throw by Trumbo, especially on the run. 1 out, runners at the corners now.
Well, it's worth going back and checking second base to see if he left early. I did a good job of getting on the base. Real close play at third. Trumbo with a strong arm. Like he might have got the foot in before the tag was applied. Better look here. Yeah, definitely got the foot in there. Good call by Tim McClellan.
So Napoli standing at third. Moreland at first. Here's Elvis Andrus, the shortstop. Bunt base hit in the first inning. Nice job, too, by Trumbo covering that ground, even though Borges looked like he was there. Off the bat, it looked like it was going to fall in for a hit. Ball hanging up there.
Difference between the day and night here with the Big A, the way the baseball carries. Still the better play for a right fielder. It's an easier throw as compared to going away from the ball with Peter Borges in center field. In a very close play.
Two and 0. Lifted in the air to right. Trumbo going back on it. Reaches up, can't make the play, goes over his head. Napoli will come in to score. Moreland will head to third. It's an RBI double for Elvis Andrus. 1-0 Texas. Well, it looked like a routine fly ball out to deep right field, but Mark still getting acclimated to playing right, especially in the daytime. The ball carrying over his head, and Andrus picks up his second hit of the game.
Well, you can see how this baseball just kept traveling. It looked like it was hit pretty well by Andrus, but not to the point where it was going to go over Trumbo's head and one hop the wall in right center field. Just over the glove.
Now you got to deal with Josh Hamilton. Aaron in this inning has fallen behind on several hitters. Time is called. Hamilton with a fly ball to center field in the first innings. He's 0 for 1. Infield back.
Got a Mazda leaderboard in the American League leaders in home runs. Josh Hamilton with 21 leads. And I'm done with 17.
1 ball, no strikes.
Good off-speed pitch and a fastball count.
One pitch. Lifted in the air, third base side. Callaspo coming over near the railing. Might have a play on it, but can't make the play.
Well, he had a good angle of seeing how that baseball was working its way back close to the playing field, and Callaspo just missed catching that one.
So it's a ball and 2 strikes. Moreland standing at third base. Andrews at second with the RBI double, his 14th double of the season. As Texas strikes first. Texas took the early lead in Friday night's game, taking a 2-0 lead before the Angels tied it in the 6th and took the lead in the 7th. This one's pulled foul. Cal remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes with Adrian Beltre on deck. 3 hits allowed by Herron here in the 3rd inning. Singles by Napoli and Moreland, and the double by Andrews. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Boy, nasty pitch down and in. 2 down and a big strike out of Hamilton.
Oh, that's a good hard slider to get a swing and miss after a lot of change-ups and split-finger fastballs away. A hard slider. Good sharp break to this pitch down and in. Perfect spot for a right-handed pitcher to go to a power-hitting left-handed batter. Because you see that, that's the area where you want to drive the ball, but that late break, all you can do is foul it or swing and miss. You can't keep that ball in fair territory with that nasty break to it.
Still work to be done here with Beltre at the plate. Hit a fly ball to center in his first at bat. Looks at a strike here. Oh, 1. Pulled foul. 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. It's down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dan at 57 pitches, 36 strikes. He came into this inning having thrown just 29 through the first 2 innings.
Point after Frieri had to throw a lot of pitches last night. So she needs some length out of this game.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Beltre. Back-to-back strikeouts for Herron, but Texas strikes first. As we head to the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Rangers. Los Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. As we start the bottom of the third, Texas with a 1-0 lead. The Angels looking for their first base runner. Eric Ibar leading things off, pulls one toward the hole, backhanded by Elvis Andrus, has a very strong arm, and he throws out Ibar for the first out here in the third inning.
That's what we're talking about Elvis Andrus. Has great athletic ability, that shortstop position, strong arm. When he's focused, he's as good as it gets as far as fielding shortstops. Tough play in the hole. Ibar with good speed, but throws him out easily with the transfer of the glove. The throw, perfect spot. Definitely has a ton of talent, there's no question.
Peter Borges stepping up now with one out, nobody on. Hitting .211 on the year. A home run and 9 runs batted in. 3 doubles, no triples for Peter.
Good job by Dan Herron to get out of that inning with this limited damage. Striking out Hamilton and Beltre. Both on nasty sliders.
And both with runners at second and third base. 1 ball, no strikes on Borges, who last got a start on Wednesday. That was the 6-5 Yankee victory. In that game, ended up going 1 for 4. That'll leave it a count and a ball and a strike. 4 hits for Texas. They've stranded 3. No hits for the Angels. They've committed 1 error. 1-1. Lifted in the air. Playable on the right side of the infield. Ian Kinsler shading his eyes and will make the catch for the second out of the inning. Hey folks, on Tuesday the Angels will host the Mariners at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive an Angels collapsible cooler courtesy of Sparklets while supplies last. Purchase your tickets and visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or log on at angels.com. So 8 in a row retired by Harrison to start this game. John Hester coming to the plate.
First baseball that's been hit in the air so far against Harrison.
Yeah. Harrison has thrown the ball much better of late. Coming off of back-to-back victories, both against the Mariners. Hester looks at a strike, allowing just 3 runs. Start prior to that against Oakland. Gave up 3 runs there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hester picked up his first extra base hit Friday night. It was a big one that started off the rally in the 6th inning. 294.
Ideally, you would like to see Hester have a long at bat here after a couple quick outs. And Dan Herron had a tough, long top of the 3rd inning.
Hester lofts this one out to shallow right field. Kinsler's going out. And another 1, 2, 3 inning. That's 9 in a row. Retired by Harrison. 3 in the books. 1-0 Texas. Michael Young leading things off against Dan Haren, who picked up his first 2 strikeouts in a crucial time in the third. Hamilton and Beltre with a couple of men in scoring position. Breaking ball is down and away for ball 1. Young had a fly ball to right field leading off the second inning. He's 0 for 1. It's the only inning in which Haren has had a 1-2-3 frame at second. Young, Cruz, and Murphy here for Texas in fourth. Texas will go up to the Bay Area after tonight's game. They'll spend a week in the Bay Area. They've got 3 against the Oakland A's, 3 against the San Francisco Giants. Pardon me, 4 games series against Oakland and 3 against the Giants. Halos will stay here and take on the Mariners tomorrow night. The one an appeal did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Boy, Oakland has been struggling of late. 1 win in the last 10 games.
Two. Full count now. And while Manny Ramirez may be close to being eligible, I believe he is eligible now to come off. He has a leg problem, hasn't been hitting in the minor leagues. The 3-2 is fouled back.
He had just turned 40. Remember last year down, what was it? Last year down in Tampa, really struggled making contact, swinging through a lot of pitches,
Yeah,
and done.
quit.
Then done.
Another 3-2 off the end of the bat. That wasn't a retirement. That was I quit.
Uncle?
Yeah. Fouled off the right. A lot of foul balls today against Haren.
A lot of pitches. We talked about Mike Scioscia looking for some length in this game. Dan Haren, especially with Frieri, throwing a lot of pitches last night, back-to-back nights. Same thing with Scott Down. And 9th pitch coming up at this at-bat against Michael Young. So a lot of pitches thrown.
This one's playable out to shallow right field. Trumbo's coming on. 1 out. Nelson Cruz coming to the plate. We'll take a look at our AT&T trivia questions for this afternoon's game. Which 5 active Major League Baseball managers have coached more games than Mike Scioscia?
Jim Leyland's got to be on that list.
Nelson Cruz takes downstairs. Figure Jimmy Leyland's got to be in there. 2 balls and no strikes on Nelson Cruz. It grounded out to Eric Ibar in the second. Three and 0.
And Cruz will be swinging here 3-0. He gets a fastball.
Charlie Manuel.
Bobby Valentine may be in there also.
Yeah.
So already been tested there with Philadelphia this year with the number of injuries they've had.
Toward the hole, diving stop by Ibar. Fires to first, got him. Eric Ibar retires Nelson Cruz for the second out.
Well, that's about as good as it gets. Eric Ibar, full extension into the outfield grass. Throws out Cruz, who runs well, too, going down the line. Cruz thinks he has a base hit for sure. He dives while the baseball is in the grass. Good strong throw to get Cruz going down the line. But what a play by Eric Ibar, the reigning Gold Glove winner at shortstop in the American League.
Murphy swinging first pitch, lines went out toward left center field. Borges giving chase. He can't make the play. Goes all the way to the wall. Murphy with good speed is going to try to go to third. No, he'll stay at second as Trout backing up on the play. Gets the baseball back in. A 2-out double for David Murphy.
Nice job by Trout backing up Borges. That because of that and knowing that he's going to be behind him, you can take that chance of diving for the baseball.
Borges had a long way to go, shading Murphy toward the alley in right center field, and that ball tailing away from him.
Well, good effort after that fly ball. Also, again, when anytime it's off the left-handed bat, it's going to run away from me as the center fielder. Had to cover a lot of ground. And Mike Trout being behind him, to be able to get it in quickly.
Man in scoring position for Mike Napoli. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Napoli didn't like that strike call. Let's Brian Runge know about it. Napoli had a base hit to left leading off the third inning. Came around to score the only run in this game. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Napoli still looks like he's talking to Brian Runge. But that first pitch strike, it was in the strike zone.
Two balls and a strike. Halos in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll have the top of the order. Trout, Callasquo, and Pujols will face Matt Harrison, who's been perfect so far. 9 up and 9 down. A couple of strikeouts. 3 balls and a strike now.
First time up for Napoli. Got a base hit on a pitch that was elevated. Very good as far as hitting pitches either up and in or up and away. Your key against Napoli is keeping the ball down, especially down and away.
Full count. Full count here on Napoli with 2 outs. 1-0 Texas. They got their run in the 3rd. Murphy with a 2-out double standing at second base. Payoff pitch. Walked him. First base on ball is issued by Herron. Puts 2 on now with 2 outs. Moreland coming to the plate.
Number 18,
First base on ball for Dan Herron in 21 plus innings, 22 innings.
At 22 1/3. Barlow with the base hit to right field in the 3rd inning. After he got ahead of the count at 2 balls and no strikes. 0-1. .80 pitches thrown by Dan Herron already with 2 outs here in the 4th. A 1 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. It would have been a fairly quick inning if that ball is caught in left center field, but just beyond the reach of Peter Borges. The double by David Murphy.
Still a lot of foul balls, a lot of cut fastballs, sliders, split finger fastballs, just making contact. You see the pitch count so high here in the 4th inning.
2 balls and a strike. Murphy standing at second, Napoli at first. The 2-1 pitch. Moreland yanks it just foul, wide of the bag at first. 2-2.
Moreland's been pretty quick on off-speed pitch, whether it's split finger fastball or changeup. That's when you have to throw that hard slider down and in that he's got Josh Hamilton to swing at, or you can try to go upstairs with a fastball.
You're almost feeding the beast. Wheelhouse down and in, off speed especially. Here's the 2-2. Full count now. Runners will be off of the pitch. This inning started with Herron retiring young and Cruz. Guybar making a spectacular play on Nelson Cruz, robbing him of a would-be base hit. Double by Murphy to walk to Napoli. Ready to throw his 27th pitch of this fourth inning.
Back-to-back innings, high pitch count, 29 in the third, at least 27 here in the fourth.
Runners go, the 3-2, popped him up. Kendrick going out, Trumbo coming in, Howie makes the catch. Almost, you can almost sell tickets to that circus. That's tough sun, man. 1-0 Texas heading to the bottom of the fourth.
The new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit AT&T.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax. Start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on.
Oh, the good old orange circle.
When are we going over there now?
You know what?
Soon, right?
I have to do a school visit on Tuesday. I believe it's in, might actually be in Orange. So if you want to join me, I'll be more than happy to buy lunch over at Felix's.
Oh, sounds good to me. What time?
I'll let you know. I'll text you. Top of the order, Mike Trout with the Angels down 1-0. Trout grounded out to Ian Kinsler to start the bottom of the first. 0 for 1. One ball, one strike.
When Mike Trout brings so much energy, speed, puts pressure on the defense. He's got a great compact swing.
Bouncer back toward the middle. Kinsler was shading him that way. Gets it to the backhand. 1 out. So Chad in a row retired by Matt Harrison with a couple of strikeouts and walks. And here comes Alberto Callaspo, who struck out looking in the first inning.
Harrison with 6 ground ball outs. He's a guy that will live downstairs, get a lot of ground balls.
This one pulled foul. 0-1 count on Alberto. Little pop-up over to Mitch Moreland, 2 down. Well, certainly not working deep counts to give Dan Herron a little bit of a break. As we take a look at our AT&T trivia question, 5 active Major League managers have managed more games than Mike Scioscia. Jim Leland, Dusty Baker, Bruce Bochy, Bobby V, and Davey Johnson. Forget how long Bochy was in San Diego.
That's right. In a world championship with the Giants.
1 ball, no strikes on Albert Pujols.
This is the 38th pitch thrown in this game so far for Harrison as compared to 85 for Dan Herron.
This one pulled to left field. David Murphy right there makes the catch. Another 1-2-3 inning. 4 in the books. Still 1-0 Texas. Broadcast booth, Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubza. Glad you could join us. And tough go so far for the Rangers offense. Matt Harrison perfect through 4 innings so far.
Well, he's been keeping the ball down in the strike zone very effectively. 6 ground ball outs. The first out by an outfielder. That last out against Albert Pujols. So he's done a good job. But of course, Dan Herron has thrown a lot of pitches so far. A lot of foul balls, a lot of deep counts. 85 pitches going into this inning.
Harrison working very quickly and thus not allowing the Angel hitters to get any swings and extend the inning. Harrison back to work, or pardon me, Herron back to work. First one is down low on Ian Kinsler. Top of the order, Kinsler, Andrews, and Hamilton here in the 5th. Rangers second baseman is 0 for 2. Pulls this one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Texas getting their run in the 3rd inning. Back-to-back hits by Napoli and Moreland to start the frame, and after an out, Andrews with an RBI double. Pulled down the line, and that is a fair ball. Tim McClellan with the call. Kinsler on his way to second. The throw airmails Howie Kendrick with Pujols right there. And a leadoff double for Ian Kinsler. 3rd double of the game for Texas.
He turns on this pitch on the inner half and right down third base line. It's past the chalk, but it's over the base, the imaginary line at the base. Tim McClellan looking at it, making sure that ball went over it, and he ruled out it was a fair ball. It's not where it lands past the base, it's where it's going over the base. We got to keep an eye on Kinsler, who could steal some bases. Got 7 stolen bases in 11 attempts.
One ball, no strikes on Elvis Andrews. 2 for 2 tonight. A base hit, a bunt base hit in the 1st inning. An RBI doubled in the 3rd. Kayaspo and Pujols playing in. The bunt is on the third base side. Kayaspo will barehand it. Throw on to Albert. 1 out. Sacrifice advances Kinsler to third base. Folks, on Wednesday, the Angels wrap up this homestand, taking on the Seattle Mariners at 7:05. Fans in attendance on Wednesday will receive an Angels Hula Girl, courtesy of AAA Travel, while supplies last. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com.
Well, the infield in now with Hamilton at the plate.
First one's down and in. Hamilton 0 for 2. Fly ball to center and a strikeout. Some action going on in the Angels' pen. Hamilton yanks this one foul just behind Gary Pettis, the first base coach of the Texas Rangers. Talked at length about how much ground is covered in the outfield with Trout and Borges. GPs that cover a ton of ground. This one's looped out towards shallow left field. Trout is there. Kinsler's tagging, and the throw is just up the line at first base. Kinsler stays at third. So 2 down.
Oh, the Angels want a break there. It was shallow enough. They weren't going to take the chance. Kinsler going back to the base. I think he's going to go. He's setting him up well as if he's going to go home. But Trout is aggressive, charging the baseball. That keeps base runners from trying to take that extra base against him.
So 2 outs. Kinsler still at third base. Here's Adrian Beltre, 0 for 2. A fly ball to center and a strikeout himself. One ball, no strikes on Beltre, the third baseman. Two balls and no strikes. Let's take a look at our newly installed Go Pro Cam. The Angels pen. It's Bobby Cazavar. Picked up the win last night. Two-thirds innings of relief baseball yesterday. Aaron falls behind here on Adrian Beltre. 3 balls and no strikes. 96 pitches now thrown by the right-hander. The 3-0. He walked him on 4 pitches. Second walk issued by Dan. Puts 2 on, 2 outs, and Michael Young coming to the plate.
It's definitely been a battle for Herron today. It's getting closer to the century mark in pitches already here. He's not even through the 5th inning. But he's doing a good job as far as keeping the team in the game. And a big batter right here. And Michael Young, a very good professional hitter. In this game, a .327 career hitter against Dan Herron.
First ball swinging, then it's off the glove of Pujols, and it trickles out into shallow rights. 2-0 Texas. Beltre heads to third. Albert tried to backhand that ball, and Herron almost pitched out of it after giving up the leadoff double to Kinsler.
You almost have time to get in front of the baseball. Especially when it's going to be right at that grass and dirt area. You're going to have a tricky hop.
Oh, especially coming off the bag and knowing you got a runner at third base. They call that a base hit and an RBI for Young. His 23rd run batted in. So 2-0 Texas here in the 5th. Oh, 1 count. You almost wonder if you'd like to have that walk to Beltre back. You'd really taken care of Beltre.
Even though he's got great numbers, he has not swung the bat well, especially in the last couple games. 5 strikeouts for Beltre.
1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls and a strike. Kazaval's ready to go in the bullpen. Dan just trying to keep this a 2-0 deficit. 2-2.
That's the dangers of falling behind in the count. Hitter could center in a spot of the plate and get a good swing, and Cruz certainly had a good swing at that one, fouled it straight back. The way Harrison is pitching in this game, you don't want to give up any more runs in this inning for Dan Herron and the Angels.
Two-two pitch. Full count now. Probably the last batter that Herron would face here. David Murphy due up.
In this game, 6 full counts for Herron. What we've seen the last few games, barely even getting a 3-ball count on anybody.
Runner goes from first. Cruz hits one out toward left center field. Trout moving over, calls off Borges. The inning comes to an end, so Herron again limits the damage to just 1 run as we hit the bottom of the 5th. Texas leads it 2-0. For their first base runner still. Dan Herron looks like he might be done after 104 pitches. As Mark Trumbo leads things off here in the 5th. Trumbo, Hunter, and Kendrick. The first one missing inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Matt Harrison has just thrown his 39th pitch through 4 innings. Two balls and no strikes. Harrison last year a 14-game winner for Texas, 3.39 ERA, 31 games, 30 starts. Falls behind at 3-0. Matt, of course, part of that huge trade that occurred between Texas and Atlanta, that Mark Teixeira deal. And the 3-0 pitch. Upstairs, that's a 4-pitch walk, so the Angels get their first base runner via the walk. Torrey Hunter will step to the plate.
Well, Harrison looked like he just got a little quick on his mechanics there, even flat out dealing prior to that at bat by Trumbo, who worked the walk. If it's any different now, pitching at that stretch position, sometimes you'll see a pitcher have to make an adjustment, and that's when you try to jump on that early before he does make that adjustment.
0-1 count. No balls and 2 strikes on Torrey, serving as a DH today. A strikeout victim in his second.
A lot of room down that left field corner. Torrey more of a pull hitter. Texas doesn't feel they're going to be able to. Torrey's going to be able to pull this fastball from Matt Harrison.
Coming back inside, and he got him with the fastball, 1 down.
Harrison didn't mess around. He went pitch before 92, then 95 inside. Good fastball he has, and known for throwing his changeup as his out pitch against right-handed batters, but snuck that fastball inside. Very difficult to steal against, too. No stolen bases against. He has 1 pickoff. Very quick to the plate. His times to the plate, 1.19 to 1.3, which is extremely quick.
Howie's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Shows bunt, pulls it back. 1 ball, no strikes. Kendrick hit a little tapper back to the mound in the second inning. One and one. Jumbo with a leadoff walk, standing at first base. First base runner of the game for the Angels. 12 batters in a row retired by Harrison to start the game. Hunter with a strikeout. That's where we stand right now. 1 out, 1 on. Ibar on deck. Bat goes flying into the seats.
Right-handed batters against Harrison at 345 coming into the game. Lefties is 149.
Unfortunately, nobody in the seats. That bat landed. The 1-2 and check swing foul.
And as you can see, Harrison's not afraid to pitch inside. It's good as far as throws a fastball inside, then it backs it up with a changeup away.
Harrison, a 3rd round pick by the Braves back in 2003. Got to the big leagues with Texas in 08. Shot foul into the seats on the first base side. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harrison, Neftali Feliz, Bo Jones, Jared Saltalamacchia, with Mark Teixeira and Ron Mayhew. This one out towards center field. Josh Hamilton moving back on it. 2 down. Let's go back to our Hyundai key to the game.
We came up with "You Give Glove a Bad Name." Ron Washington's talk. The Rangers, by playing more consistent, solid defense, has paid off so far in the game for the Rangers. They made some solid plays, made some key errors in last night's game and in the first night too. Allowed the Angels to score a number of their runs, putting the pressure on the defense. But so far today, another solid effort as far as the defensive side for the Rangers.
Elvis Andrus also part of that trade package from the Braves to Texas. 2 outs and a man at first. Here's Ibar. Takes a strike. Saltalamacchia having a nice season behind the plate for the Red Sox.
Driving the ball this year.
Ibar's 0 for 1. Elvis Andrus making a nice play to the back end. This one hooked down the line. That's going to go for extra bases. Murphy will let that ball roll all the way to the wall. Trumbull is at third base. He is going to be waved home. Andrus' throw is up the line. Trumbull is safe. Terrific slide by Mark Trumbull as Ibar ends up at third. The Angels get on the board, trailing 2-1.
Well, that was a great slide. Everything was done well by the Rangers as far as Murphy getting that ball into Andrus. Perfect relay, good throw to the plate, but a better slide by Trumbo. to the first base side of the plate, dives back with his hand to be able to get the plate before the tag is applied. Good piece of hitting by Ivar. Gets a pitch down, drives it to left field. Murphy very good as far as getting himself in position. Solid relay throw. Quick throw from Andrews. A little bit up the line, but a great slide.
That is as good a read as you're going to see from a base runner coming down the line to home plate. Here's Peter Borges. Takes a breaking ball down low. 1 ball, no strikes. And I say that from the standpoint that you see the catcher move. That's what you're looking for. Once Napoli moves to his left, as a base runner, you make that determination of where you're going to take, in this case, the inside pass. And that's exactly what Trumbo did.
Boy, for a big guy, you see Napoli going over to be able to field the baseball, but then taking that side of the plate and diving with the hand and getting it on the plate and staying and avoiding the tag, ducking his head away from the glove.
Double and an RBI for Eric Ibar. He stands at third. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Borges chops this one back toward the middle. Ian Kinsler has it. And the inning comes to an end. But the Angels do get on the board. They do get their first hit as well. 5 in the books. It's 2-1 Texas. Been a crazy series. We've seen quite a bit of everything in this 3-game set so far. Top of the 6th inning, Texas with a 2-1 lead. New pitcher on the mound for the Angels as Bobby Kazava takes over for Dan Herron.
Well, the two teams that everyone expect to be battling out in the AL West. Certainly not disappointed the fans here at the Big A so far. It's been a crazy, crazy series.
Dan Herron gets charged with the 2 runs, both earned, however, on 7 hits. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Can make a case for perhaps giving Albert Pujols an error on that ball off the bat of Michael Young that scored the 2nd run for Texas, thus making it an unearned run. But either way, the Angels are down by 1. David Murphy looks at a strike from Kazava. It'll be Murphy, Napoli, and Moreland here in the 6th inning, the bottom 3rd of the order. Murphy with a double his last time up, a 1-for-2 game. Eventually was stranded at second base. The 0-1. Little nubber up the third base line and foul. 0-2.
Well, I did like what Dino Evil did at third base as far as right away motioning to send Mark Trumbo home. As you could see right from the get-go, he wanted Trumbo to pick him up, and the sense of urgency he had picking him up, waving him around third. He knew it was going to be a close play, and it's the perfect slide, avoiding the tag by Mike Napoli, but that's a chance you want to take, especially with 2 outs.
0-2. downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it goes to knowing your lineup and knowing who's coming up. Not a knock on Peter Borges, but you want to put the onus on Peter with second and third and 2 outs versus trying to score that run and then have Peter, if he is thrown out, lead off the next inning. 2-2 now.
The old saying would have to take a perfect relay and a perfect throw home to get Trumbo out. It was nearly that, but it was just a better slide by Trumbo to avoid the tag and score the run.
Two-two pitch. Full count now, so from 0-2 to 3-2. Which is not what you want to do if you're Bobby Casbolt or any reliever for that matter. Asked Jordan Walden last night. He gave up a run in the third of an inning. Casbolt went 2/3 of an inning of scoreless baseball and picked up the win, his first of the year. The 3-2. This one pulled down the line. That's going to go for extra bases. One hops into the seat, so it's going to go as double. The first 2 times that the Rangers have gotten their leadoff man on board, they have scored runs.
Second double of the game for Murphy.
Down and in.
The one spot we've said try to avoid against David Murphy. Very quick on the swing down and in. He's a tough time with pitches away.
Here's Napoli, 1 for 1, a base hit and a walk. Went around on that pitch. Tried to hold up, but couldn't. No balls at a strike. Oh, and 2. So 2 batters now that Bobby's come out and thrown strikes against, getting ahead of the count. Just finishing them off. A little different. Eight hits for Texas in this one. The Angels have 1. Now the 0-2. Missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He took a chance with a split finger fastball there after the slider the pitch before. Starts in the split finger grip before he goes to the glove. It's a good thing to do if you're a pitcher, because otherwise when you go into the glove, it's going to tip to the batter, something different. Make that adjustment with the grip after you have it in the glove.
Hester wanted that pitch on the inside part of the plate. Missed outside, and Napoli just got a piece of it to keep his at bat alive. Remember, 2 weeks ago today, the Angels were finishing up. It turned out to be a very difficult, perhaps even horrid, 3-game set against the San Diego Padres with the loss in extra innings. The Angels ended up going 7-3 on that road trip, 4-1 so far in the homestand. And that hit him. So Casbolt puts the first 2 on here in the 6th inning of a 1-run game. And here comes Mitch Moreland. So you get for trying to trick somebody.
Especially when you get ahead 0-2. Especially with the movement on his fastball and the break on the slider and even his split finger fastball. Your mentality when you're 0-2 is finish it off the hitter as quick as possible. Take a shot at it just off the plate away, then you move from that point forward. You don't want to waste too many pitches, and you don't want to try to be too fine when you have a good arm like Casbolt.
So Moreland up. 2 on and nobody out. Moreland with a base hit in the 3rd inning, popped out in the 4th. Cayasco playing in, anticipating a bunt. Moreland offers at it. drops it down. Hester looks to third, throws to first, and the throw almost sailed into Moreland. The sacrifice works as Murphy advances to third and Napoli to second now.
First sacrifice bunt by Moreland. Nice job of deading that baseball and hitting the third baseline. No play at third, and being a close play at first.
Kinsler at the plate. He doubled against Dan Herron in the fifth. 1 for 3. Time is called. Infield back. They'll exchange the run for the out. The double by Kinsler last time up, his 19th of the year. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
A sharp slider or even a cut fastball by Casval there, especially when Kinsler was looking fastball first pitch.
One ball, one strike. Murphy led off this inning, getting a double on a 3-2 pitch. Napoli was hit by a pitch on a 2-2 pitch. 1-1. Ground ball to short. Ibar fields it cleanly. Throws on to first. The run scores, and it's 3-1 Texas. They get the run back. They're 2 down.
Always the hardest thing to do if you're a pitcher when you give up a leadoff double. You're able to prevent that other team from scoring, especially when you have some good hitters behind that leadoff double. You put a bunt down, and then you're going to play the infield back and give up that run with the trust that the offense is going to start getting better swings than it has over the last inning or so against Harrison.
Elvis Andrews at the plate. The first one is up and in. Napoli standing at second with 2 outs. Andrews today 2 for 2, a single and a double, an RBI. The sacrifice bunt in the fifth. In the bottom of the sixth inning, the Angels will have 9-1-2. Due up, Hester, Trout, and Callaspo. It's 2-0. Three balls and no strikes.
We're falling behind, especially when you had Josh Hamilton on deck. Andrews having a very solid season. You want to be aggressive going after him.
$18 pitches thrown by Casval, right down the middle, 9-9. Balls and strikes. He just walks Elvis Andrews on 4 pitches to face Josh Hamilton. Runners at first and second now.
Number 32, center fielder Josh Hamilton.
Casval, by the way, last night threw 6 pitches. Hamilton at the plate. First one's high, 1-0. This isn't a product of fatigue or anything like that. It's just bad location, especially after getting ahead on the first 2 guys and allowing them to reach. Hamilton today 0 for 3. Couple of flyouts and a strikeout. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 balls and a strike.
But it looked like it was right down the middle of the plate.
Yeah.
Hester, quick movement by Hester might have taken that strike away from him.
Yeah, no, and Pujols wasn't cutting in at first base. There's no back pick on Elvis Andrus. So instead of 1 and 2, it's 2 and 1. 3 balls and a strike. This 6th inning has come to a complete and utter halt. Base runners on board for Texas. 1 run in. They lead it 3-1. 3-1 pitch. And he walked him, and the bases are now loaded. Two walks, a hit batter, a double allowed by Bobby Cazaval here in the 6th inning. The game in which the Angels just got back into in the bottom of the 5th with a run. Bobby all of a sudden can't find the strike zone. 14 balls, 10 strikes. Movement going in the Angels' pen, but certainly no urgency, it doesn't seem like. Here's Beltre. 0 for 2. A fly ball to center, a strikeout, and a walk. First one is in for a strike.
A lot of times when you're a pitcher, you can't find the strike zone with your fastball. You go to your breaking pitch, you'll be able to get right back into your mechanics, and that's what Cazaval did there with the breaking pitch.
David Carpenter is up now. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's David. Napoli standing at third base. It's Elvis Andrus at second and Josh Hamilton at first. Very good speed of the trail runners in Andrus and Hamilton. Now the 1-1. Little tapper up the line and foul. 1 and 2. This is the pitch you want to get Beltre on. Don't mess around. Don't need to try to do anything fancy.
Yeah, you have options. 1-2. When it becomes 2-2 or 3-2, you have to just go right with the fastball.
The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Missing down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
See, the objective with the breaking pitch there, you want to start it on the corner, then off. You can't start that pitch off the corner because good hitters like Beltre will not chase that pitch.
Count remains even to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Matt Harrison, in the meantime, getting some rest after a long 5th inning for him anyway. He gave up the first base runner, the leadoff walk to Trumbull, then the RBI double to Eric Ibar. Texas picking up a solo run here in the 6th, looking for more. Bobby Cazaval getting ready to throw his 30th pitch here of the 6th inning. It's a chopper over toward third. Cayasmo cuts it off, goes to second base. They get the force out, and the inning comes to an end. Texas does score a run. Here at the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-1 Rangers. Cayaspo made up the chopper by Beltre. And even dealing with Elvis Andrus throwing his hand down in front of the baseball, Cayaspo alertly continues on with the play and gets the final out.
Real close play at second. Yes, you always want to follow through. You don't want to wait for the umpire to call an interference of any kind. You got to make the play.
John Hester fouls off the 0-1 pitch and is in the hole at 0-2. Hester popped out in the third inning. 0 for 1. Hester, Trout, and Cayaspo here for the Angels at the bottom of the sixth. That's driven out toward left center field. Hit pretty good. David Murphy going back. Still going back at the wall. Gone! Big fly for John Hester. His first as an Angel. The Halos get that run back as they trail it 3-2.
Boy, you watch batting practice with John Hester. He has that compact swing. If he throws something on the inner half, he has a chance to do some damage to it. And you see that today. Ball got up in the air, carried at the left center field for his first home run. As an Angel just the other day, he had his first double. Well, that's a good, short, compact swing. Good balance, good job getting through the baseball, getting the baseball out in front. But for some reason, this game looks like the way the Rangers have had base runner after base runner. This should be a blowout, but yet the Angels are only down by 1 here.
Mike Trout lifts this one in the air on the left side of the infield. Elvis Andrus is under it. 1 away. Trout is 0 for 3. Hey, folks, on June 16th, the Angels postgame summer concert series returns with country concert featuring Chris Cagle, presented by SRS Sound in association with Budweiser, Jeep, and K-Frog. Purchase your tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com/concerts. One out, nobody on for Alberto Cayaspo. Takes upstairs.
7th home run that Harrison has allowed this year. 6th. It's right-handed batters.
Cayaspo's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up. Lifts this one in the air lazily out to shallow right. Nelson Cruz is there, 2 down. So base is clear with 2 outs and Albert Pujols stepping in. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 10 men left on base for Texas. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on for the Angels. Albert this afternoon is grounded out to second, lined out to David Murphy in left field in the 4th. One-0 pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Trumbo's on deck.
Well, Albert looks like he's getting locked in here. A couple off-speed pitches in a row out of the strike zone. Maybe Harrison sensed that same thing. He's not going anywhere near the plate.
3-0 pitch. 4-pitch walk puts a man on for Trumbo. Second walk issued by Harrison. Mike Maddox coming out, the pitching coach. Mike very caring about his pitching staff. He's a touchy-feely guy. Boy, this is his first. This might be his first visit of the weekend, isn't it? I don't recall.
I don't think he's been out there.
There's just been a pitching change here and there for Texas, but I don't think Maddox has been out there. Quick visit. Harrison's only thrown 69 pitches. Just a reminder on the scouting report on Trumbo, especially with a man at first now and 2 outs.
Trumbo is 0 for 9 so far in the series. He's due to square up a baseball.
He did draw a walk his last time up. Pops it up. Kinsler going out, can't see it. Nelson Cruz is coming on. Cruz having trouble with it. It falls in there. Pujols is going to be stopped at third as Trumbo ends up at second base. Kinsler never saw the baseball.
And right away, he threw up his hand saying he cannot see it. And Cruz coming running in also at that point could not pick up the baseball. Well, you can see the indication right away. No chance he's going to pick that baseball up. And Cruz running in also looking for Hamilton. And it falls in. Not exactly the way Trumbo looked for his first hit of this series, but he'll take it as a double. And his 13th double of the season.
Here's Torrey Hunter. Twice has struck out today. 0 for 2. Runners at second and third. This one out toward right field. Cruz coming on. He sees this one. Boy, a lot of first ball swing against Harrison. The inning comes to an end. The Angels get a run on the home run by Hester. Through 6. 3-2 Texas.
Ball inside, crushes it to left center field. Compact swing. First home run as a member of the Angels for John Hester. He's got his first double the other day, showing that power stroke to left center field.
Those have been the only 2 extra base hits in the absence of Chris Iannetta, still on the disabled list with the wrist surgery. Top of the order, or pardon me, Michael Young to lead things off here in the top of the 7th. Bobby Cazaval falls behind at 1 ball, no strikes. Cazaval threw 30 pitches in the 6th inning, allowed a run. Issued 2 walks and hit a man. Young, Cruz, and Murphy here in the Rangers half of the 7th. Two balls and no strikes. Hisanori Takahashi's loosening, so a short leash here on Cazaval, especially considering that he threw 30 pitches in his first inning of relief. Michael Young gets a base hit to lead off the 7th. Again, with a 2-0 count, you just raise the batting average of an opposing player. And the leadoff man is on board yet again.
3 straight innings.
Number 17.
The last 2 that guy has scored. Here's Nelson Cruz, 0 for 3. 2 ground outs to short and a fly ball to left.
But the one thing you cannot do coming out of the bullpen is after the team has made a one-run game once, go behind again by 2, and Hester brings them back to 1 back. You got to be aggressive, got to get ahead. Back-to-back batters, 2-0 counts for Casabal.
Ball gets away from Hester, and Bobby Casabal just can't find the strike zone at all. Here comes Mike Butcher. Not quite the ratio that you would like. 21 balls, 15 strikes against a team that is the best hitting team in the league.
Well, the number of innings where a lot of pitches thrown today. Dan Heron had a 29 pitch inning in the 3rd, a 27 pitch inning in the 4th, and Casabal with a 30 pitch inning in the 6th. And they're generally known as a club that's up there hacking. Mullins is close to the plate.
I would imagine this would be Bobby's last batter with Murphy on deck. This is squared up to deep left center field. Texas gets a 2-run home run. It's 5-2 Rangers. Well, you fall behind on a guy, 3 balls and no strikes. You don't want to walk him. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to sit dead red, and that's exactly what Nelson Cruz did. His 8th home run of the season, now with 36 runs batted in. And Bobby Casabal's nightmare for this afternoon has come to an end.
And this baseball went a long way.
Pitching change here at the Big A. Texas on top 5-2.
Jr. with jalapeno pepper jack cheese and Santa Fe sauce. It's a spicy twist on a classic burger. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Dodge.
Hisanori Takahashi takes over here in the 7th. Still nobody out. David Murphy will be the batter. Takahashi takes over from Bobby Casabal, who last 1 inning plus 2 batters. Gives up 3 runs all earned on 3 hits, including the 2-run colossal home run by Nelson Cruz. So what was a 1-run deficit on 2 different occasions now is a 3-run deficit. But still with work to be done here in the 7th. David Murphy is 2 for 3. 2 doubles and a fly ball to center field. Murphy now with 9 doubles on the year. And what's becoming a pattern here, 1 ball, no strikes. Takahashi falls behind on Murphy. Isanori picked up the loss in Wednesday's game. He gave up a run in 1 inning. A base hit. He also had a strikeout. Two balls and a strike. Two one pitch. Swing and a miss. Good location on the fastball away. It was count at 2-2. Texas with 10 hits in this game. Darren Herron went 5 innings. Allowed 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Full count.
Well, like we've talked even in from the get-go of this series against the Rangers hitters, if you get ahead of the count, you can expand the strike zone and throw all speed pitches. You can get them out. But if you fall behind and put yourself into fastball counts, it's a difficult lineup to get out.
Three-two has popped up on the left side. Eric Ibar drifting out into shallow left field. 1 out.
Still plenty of time to come back in this game. There's 3 runs down. And the baseball carries during the day. If Takahashi can make some quality pitch to get through the inning.
Here's Napoli, who was singled, walked, and been hit by a pitch. First one's in for a strike. David Carpenter's back up and loosening. He was up last inning. But he waited as long as he could on that off-speed pitch. Rolls it foul 0-2.
That's pretty hard to do. It's 68 miles an hour on that slow curveball. See the hips and body moving forward, but he tried to keep his hands back as long as possible. Just dribbled that one foul.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Napoli. 2 down.
Backed up that curveball with a good changeup. Good circle changeup running away.
Mitch Moreland at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Pops this one up. Ibar once again out in shallow left. Makes the catch and the inning comes to an end. A 2-run home run by Nelson Cruz extends the lead for Texas. They lead at 5-2. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Angels have Kendrick, Ibar, and Borges due up here in their half of the seventh. Be sure to take our coverage of the Angels with you this season by subscribing to MLB.tv today. And you can see every Angels out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Matt Harrison this afternoon has been very good. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. He was perfect through the first 4 innings and gave up the leadoff walk to Trumbo. Mark eventually scored on the double by Ibar. And then he gave up the home run to John Hester leading off the 6th inning. Just 71 pitches for the left-hander. And Howie Kendrick will start off the 7th. Howie's 0 for 2, a bouncer back to the mound and a fly ball to center in the 5th. Oh, 1 count on Howie. Halos have managed 3 hits today against Harrison. Double by Ibar, double by Trumbo, which was that fly ball that was lost in the sun. And then the home run to Hester. 2 balls and a strike.
Point in the series, though, when you think about it, the Angels have got some gift hits, yet have won the first 2 games of the series and still part of this game. There's needed some base runners here. Now with a 3-1 count for Howie, make sure it's in the strike zone. It's a fastball, drive it the other way.
This one out toward left field. Murphy then in his tracks almost as he backs up a couple of steps, makes the catch, 1 out. Ibar 1 for 2 with that RBI double. It was his 7th double of the year, notching his 12th run batted in. One ball, no strikes. Out toward right center field. Josh Hamilton shading his eyes, makes the catch, 2 down. Here's Peter Borges with 2 outs and nobody on. Borges today has popped out to second and grounded out to second. Looks at a strike. Looks like David Carpenter will be coming on in the 8th inning. Continues to loosen in the pen. This is a base hit to right field. Good piece of hitting by Borges on an 0-1 count. He is on board with 2 outs and Hester coming to the plate.
It's good to see Peter Borges go the other way with a pitch. Utilize his speed, just make good contact, level swing.
One ball, no strikes. Alexi Ogando up and loosened.
And that power fastball that he has the other day was 97, 98, and 99 on the radar gun.
It's 2-0. Top of the order, Mike Trout on deck. 2-0 pitch. Hester fouls it off to the right. Texas with a run in the 3rd and 5th innings. Also picked one up in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. 3 balls and a strike. Halos with solo runs in the 5th and 6th.
Oh, Hester gets on base, bring Mike Trout to the plate. One swing, he could tie the game up.
And he walked him. So a 2-out walk puts 2 men on for Trout. That's the 3rd walk issued by Matt Harrison. Ron Washington's coming out. He's going to want Alexi Ogando to face Mike Trout. These two faced each other the other day. Trout delivered the 2 RBI single in the 7th inning of Friday night's game. So Harrison did a nice job today, but he'll depart with runners at first and second. With 2 outs here in the 7th, the Angels down 5-2. You can taste. And by Southern California Toyota. Check out the full line of fuel-efficient vehicles at your Southern California Toyota dealer. Bottom of the 7th, 2 on, 2 outs. Matt Harrison looking on here as Ron Washington has gone to the bullpen and brought on Alexi Ogando to face Mike Trout.
Alexi Ogando fastball at 93-99. Curve, changeup, cut fastball. Occasional split finger fastball also. 29 strikeouts in 29 2/3 innings pitched. Around the strikes, and no walk many guys. There's 5 walks too.
Trout today 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a pop-up. Breaking pitch is inside for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Takes a strike. 1-1. Borges with a 2-out base hit stands at second base. Hester with a 2-out walk stands at first. Just 4 hits on the afternoon for the Angels against Matt Harrison.
We got a hanging breaking pitch there too. Ogando's going to live away. Trout has good power to center, to right center field. The baseball up in the air the way it's carrying during the day.
There's the 1-2. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Fouled off to the right, going with a fastball away. Trout with extra base hits in the last 5 consecutive games. Had a double yesterday, his 8th of the year. Ground ball toward the middle. Andrews dives, can't get it. Borges will come in to score. Hester will stop at second. It's a 5-3 game.
Well, just a good piece of hitting by Trout against a very difficult pitcher in Ogando with his power fastball. Just past Andrews and into center field. Well, this time inside. Short swing through the baseball. Grounds it through the hole. Another RBI. Trout giving him 20 now on the season.
Alberto Callaspo for 3 today. Strikeout, pop up, and a fly ball to right. 1 ball, no strikes. One-oh. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Again, now you need to have patience. You have Pujols on deck. You're going to probably get the same pitch 2-1 as you are going to get 2-0. So unless it's right down the heart of the plate, let it go.
Three balls and no strikes with Albert Pujols on deck. And now Elvis Andrus is going to come in and chat with Ogando. Napoli's going to join in the conversation.
I think he's saying Albert Pujols is on deck. Got to throw a fastball for a strike here. And if you're Callaspo, you might even think in terms of taking 2 pitches if you have to, unless you get it in your spot.
Here's a 3-0. A strike, 3-1. That's all right. I mean, you'd almost, if you feel comfortable enough, take a strike here, go to a full count with 2 outs and get the base runners in motion.
You're going to get another fastball, back-to-back pitches.
3-1 pitch. There's a walk, and they're loaded up for Albert Pujols. This inning started, remember, when Peter Borges got a base hit to right field. John Hester drew the walk. Ogando came in, gave up the RBI single to Trout, and now the walk to Callaspo. Albert steps in 0 for 2. Ground ball to second, a fly ball to left, and a walk. He's got Hester standing at third base, Trout at second, Kayaspo at first. 5-3 Texas, bottom of the seventh. Fastball is in for strike one. 98 miles per hour from Ogando.
Challenged him with a fastball. Albert thought it might have been a little bit off the plate inside.
The 0-1 pitch lays off that fastball down and away.
That one at 99. The adrenaline going for Ogando with Pujols at the plate.
One pitch. Swing and a miss. Came right after him. 1-2.
Well, you take your shot there to drive it out of the ballpark. Now you try to shorten up your swing, make contact. Look for a mistake.
Now the 1-2. Swing and a fly ball to left. Not hit very deep. Murphy coming on. And he'll make the catch as the inning comes to an end. The Angels do get a run. They leave them loaded, however. Through 7, it is 5-3 Texas. For tomorrow night's game, Seattle rolling into town for a 3-game set that starts tomorrow night. Jason Vargas going up against Irvin Santana.
Jason Vargas, a guy that threw a lot of strikes. 6-4 mark, good ERA. Pitched well against the Angels in his career. And Irvin Santana got to get back to that power fastball ahead of the count. He's had a couple games in a row which the strike zone has drifted away for him. And he's also, once he gets ahead, finish him off with his very good slider.
David Carpenter takes over on the mound here in the 8th inning. Hisanori Takahashi went 1, gave up a base hit, struck out a man. Carpenter did not give up a hit, just struck out a man. Facing the minimum 3. Carpenter will face the top of the order here. Kinsler, Andrews, and Hamilton. Carpenter pitching in his 14th big league game this year. 1-1 mark at 5.65 ERA, 14 1/3 innings, 19 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 6 walks. The first one is a little bit high, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the Angels with a golden opportunity in that bottom of the 7th inning. Got one of those back. Carpenter falls behind at 2-0.
Boy, they had their guy up in Pujols. Ogando revved it up with his fastball 98-99 and ran that last one in on Albert's hands.
I like the fact that Ogando did not mess around, just came right after him. This one toward the hole. Nice play by Ibar. Fires it to first. Kinsler's retired for the first out.
That's the thing. If you're given the ability to have a fastball 97 and 99, you have to challenge with that. You see Ibar had a good play. Another good hitter's count for a Ranger hitter, and Kinsler hit that ball hard, but Ibar again in that outfield grass makes the play, and strong throw to get Kinsler going down the line.
Here's Elvis Andrus. 2 for 2 game with a single and an RBI double, a sac bunt and a walk. Breaking pitch is a strike. David Carpenter, a product of the Metroplex, as they call it, Dallas-Fort Worth area, the Grand Prairie High School, Paris Junior College in Texas. Count is even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. 9th round pick by the Halos in 09. One pitch. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Down goes Andrus, 2 outs.
Boy, real good breaking pitch by Carpenter. He's got that fastball that runs in on the righty and a slider that runs away from a right-handed batter. A great location. Out in front, change of speeds with that pitch.
Here's Josh Hamilton with 2 outs and nobody on. Off-speed pitch missing up and away. Hamilton today 0 for 3. Fly ball to center, a strikeout, a fly ball to left. Did draw a walk in the 6th. That was against Bobby Casaubon. Mike Adams is loosening for Texas as this is lined just above the glove of Eric Ibar in the overshift. And it's a base hit for Hamilton, just his 2nd hit of the series.
Well, the Angels done a great job as far as changing speeds with him, getting him out in front. At that time, kept his hands through the baseball and hit that hard over Ibar's head, who was playing the second base side on the shift.
So the inning continues here with Adrian Beltre at the plate. 2 outs and 1 on. One ball, no strikes. Beltre today is 0 for 3. The Angels in the bottom of the 8th inning have Trumbo, Hunter, and Kendrick due up. Also have Kendrick Morales on the bench. Looks like Mike Adams will be coming on in that 8th inning. Ogando took him a little bit to get through the 1/3 of an inning, but eventually did, leaving the bases loaded. Beltre takes that one down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Adams has allowed runs in his last couple of outings to take his earned run average just from the 2.08 to 4 now. Runner goes. The pitch is down low. The throw down is not a tie. Stolen base for Josh Hamilton. Puts himself in a scoring position.
5th stolen base in 6 attempts.
Now Hester and Carpenter are going to talk things over with the man in scoring position. Thought that last pitch was a strike. They actually called it a ball, so it's 3-0 on Beltre. Carpenter got the first 2 outs. A ground out by Kinsler, a strikeout of Andrews, then the single by Hamilton. Now a 3-ball, no strike count to Beltre with Michael Young on deck.
Again, you don't want to groove a fastball 3-0. We saw what happened against Cruz. He had a 3-0 count.
A 4-pitch walk. Five walks issued by Angels pitching today.
Number 10, designated hitter Michael Young.
The inning continues with Michael Young stepping in. He's had a 2-for-4 game, a couple of singles and an RBI. Hamilton leading off at second and Beltre at first. Young lifts this one out towards center field, hit pretty good. Borges going back at the wall, leaps up, and he'll make the catch to finish off the inning. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, it's still a 5-3 Rangers lead. It is the right-hander, Mike Adams, the former San Diego Padre.
Point Adams, real good fastball himself. Victor sinks that in there good at 90 to 93 range. Very good slider changeup.
Adams here in the 8th inning will face Trumbo, Hunter, and Kendrick. This is his 23rd game of the season. The guy of the team leader in games with 26 now. Adams 18 innings, has a save, 19 hits, 15 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Whereas Adams last year here gave up that walk-off home run to Mark Trumbo down the left field line. The Angels with solo runs over the last 3 innings. Texas certainly not going down without a fight. And we lost the first 2 games of this series. Battled back the Cruz home run, giving him some cushion. And that's the difference in this game right now. Trumbo today 1 for 2. Ground ball to first, a walk, and then that loop double that fell in shallow right center field. 1 ball, no strikes.
Not a bad idea. You need a base runner. Trumbo saw that Beltre was way back at third. Beltre looking in at the dugout. The Angels going, with that power, I'm not playing in. I'll give him that base hit.
Adams, the 33-year-old veteran right-hander. originally in the Milwaukee Brewers system. It's a ground ball toward the hole. Elvis Andrus has it. A jump throw to first base, low throw, but dug out by Moreland, 1 out. So leadoff man is retired here to start the bottom of the 8th inning. And Torrey Hunter coming up. Nice play by Elvis Andrus.
He's made a number of really good plays in this game. Strong throw, backhand jump throw a la Derek Jeter on that play.
As Torrey comes up. Adam last year acquired from the San Diego Padres, pitched in 27 games with Texas, was 2-3 with a .210 earned run average. Torrey looks at the strike. Hunter today's 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts and a fly ball to right. Serving as the DH. That's a lot of arms and legs coming at you from Mike Adams on the mound.
Yeah, you really have to try to focus on a release point out of his hand to be able to pick up the baseball. Cannot be distracted by everything else.
One and two. Kendrick on deck. Texas has out hit the Angels 11-5. They've also stranded 12 base runners in this game. Torrey fouls it off to the right. Still 1 and 2. Texas 2 for 13 with men in scoring position today. And yet still with just a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, they've had many opportunities in this game to expand their lead. They have not done so. And most times when you fail to do that, it comes back to bite you.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And Adams almost, dare I say, he ends up on the grass. Right around the ground, right around the mound after he delivers that pitch.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how many strikes he throws. He doesn't walk many batters.
Yeah. Two on its way. Torrey just got a piece of that one to keep his at bat alive.
Well, in most hitters, when you face a guy like Adams with all that movement, arms and legs, the glove, flying, everything, you just try to look for the hand, look at the hitter's eye behind you to be able to pick that baseball up out of his hand as quick as possible and try to read rotation of the baseball.
Lays off the breaking ball and a full count. Another great crowd on hand here this afternoon. 42,465 in the house. Sun-drenched afternoon. Full count on Torrey Hunter with 1 out here in the 8th. Payoff pitch, and he walked him. The Angels bring up the tying run and Howie Kendrick. That's the 5th walk issued by Texas Rangers pitching. Harrison walked 3. Ogando 1, and now Adams. Howie today's 0 for 3. First one is a fastball for a strike. 2 for 10 in the series is Kendrick. Rangers playing the outfield the opposite way against Kendrick. Hamilton toward the alley in right center. Murphy off the line in left as Corey Hunter has to dive back in there. That last out that Howie made, though, squared up well. That came leading off the 7th against Harrison. He lined out to David Murphy in left. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. It's 0-2.
Boy, Adams has a very good slider. Would not be surprised if you see another slider from him. Howie has that ability to allow the baseball to travel deep in the strike zone. So you got to think in terms, you got to hit that ball away. Going to stay away. Although they're going to try to sneak a fastball in here.
Oh, 2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Andrews has it. Bobbles it for a second. They're not going to turn the double play. And now he reaches on the fielder's choice. Two down to the man at first for Eric Ibar. Eric spins around, hit from the left side for the first time today. 1 for 3, an RBI double in the 5th. 0-1. Oh, 2. Fooled him on a breaking pitch. The Angels haven't shown any desire to want to try to steal off of Adams and put a man in scoring position.
He has given up 3 stolen bases in 3 attempts. Not real fast to the plate.
Oh, 2. This one looped out toward right field. Cruz is coming on, and he'll make the running catch. The inning comes to an end. We head to the 9th inning here at the Big A. Texas still leads at 5-3. Advantage of the Fall Classic. The road to the World Series begins with the 2012 MLB All-Star Game Tuesday, July the 10th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox. Top of the ninth inning, it's 5-3 Texas. David Carpenter back after his second inning of work. Facing Nelson Cruz, David Murphy, and Mike Napoli. Cruz with that two-run home run in the seventh inning. We were told that it measured out at 462 feet. The first one is in for a strike. A 1-for-4 game for Nelson. The home run is 8th. The RBIs is 35th and 36th. That's the last batter that Bobby Kazimov faced in that seventh inning. The 1-1. Swinging a miss on the breaking ball. 1-2. Joe Nathan, the closer for Texas, is loosening in the pen. He's been absolutely stellar for Texas. Off-season signing. He'll have 8-9-1 for the Angels in the bottom of the ninth. Carpenter's 1-2. Slider missing down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch is fouled off to the right. Swing and a miss. Down to chase that slider. 1 out.
Been a real effective pitch for Carpenter today. Not flying too far open. Hides the baseball well, then a late break. Hit 80 miles an hour.
Here's David Murphy with 1 out. Murphy 2 for 4 with a couple of doubles. Sinking fastball missing down low. Murphy now with 9 doubles on the year. Herron went 5 innings today, giving up 2 runs. Kazimov 1 inning plus 2 batters, gave him 3 runs. Takahashi 1, and Carpenter now trying to finish up his second inning. The Angels in the bottom of the ninth have Borges, Hester, and Trout. Figure with Nathan coming on, it'll be Borges, Morales, and Trout. Also have the option of Asturis, but Kendrys would seem to make a little bit more sense. As that pitch is in the corner, 2-2. Kendrys homered off of Joe Nathan in Texas. It was a 9th inning home run. Didn't mean a whole lot, but still.
Yeah, especially with a guy on base. If Borges can get on Morales, you're definitely going to see him up there trying to tie it up with 1 swing.
Full count. Napoli on deck. Murphy flips that one into the seats along the third base line. A lot of base runners for Texas throughout this game, whether it be the walk or the hit. Solo runs in the 3rd, 5th, 6th innings, 2 runs in the 7th. 3-2, and he lost it. A 1-out walk. Second one issued by Carpenter, and that'll bring up Napoli with one out, a man on.
Number 25, catcher Mike Napoli. Your attention please, running first base, number 23, Craig Gentry.
Craig Gentry takes over at first base for David Murphy. He'll stay in the game in center field as a defensive replacement with Hamilton going to left. Got to pay attention with Gentry. Good speed. Scott Hester has struggled to throw out would-be base stealers.
You got to believe he's going to be going pretty quickly. 7 stolen bases in 8 attempts.
Gentry takes off. There's a pitch out to throw down from Hester's. A low throw, and he is safe. Howie Kendrick thought he had the one hopper in the glove and kept the glove down. But Gentry gets the hand in there, so the man in scoring position with one out now.
Sosha guessed right on the pitch out. A quicker release for Hester. Real close play at the bag.
Like Howie's glove hit the bag and not the hand. Yep. This one line to left field, a base hit. Trout comes charging in. Gentry is going to come around, try to score. The throw is not in time, so they get a run here. It's 6-3. The walk comes back to haunt.
Like a 4th walk out of the bullpen today for Mike Sosha. Again, when you look at the formula for success for the Angels, it's been about the starting pitching, going deep in games. And Sosha going to go down to the bullpen again.
So we got ourselves a pitching change here in the ninth. Jordan Walden will be coming on with the Texas Rangers holding a 6-3 lead. Take a look at Jordan Walden's numbers on the season. He had a very rough outing last night. Just from a command standpoint, walking 2 in his 1/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, allowed a run.
He had been very good as far as commanding the strike zone prior to his outing. Fastball was good. His slider very good because he's not overthrowing the pitch. His changeup good also.
Facing Mitch Moreland here with Napoli standing at first. Moreland today is 1 for 3.
Well, you get back to that formula Mike Scioscia likes to have, first and foremost, depth and innings out of that starting rotation. 24 games in which the Angels starters have gone 7 or more innings. Record is 16-5, ERA 1.85. But it does allow you to shorten up the game out of the bullpen, only needing to get 3 to 6 outs out of your bullpen. When you're forced to go a lot more outs out of your bullpen, that's when things have not gone quite as well for Scioscia.
Ball on a strike on Moreland. And fouls it back, 1-2. A run in for Texas here, courtesy of a walk and a stolen base by the pinch runner Gentry. Scoring on the base hit, an RBI by Mike Napoli, his second hit of the game, 27th run batted in. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. This is the last American League game that is still not final. Everything else in the books. Swing and a miss. Down goes Moreland, 2 down. Yankees beat Detroit and Justin Verlander with a score of 6-1. Tigers continue to struggle.
Verlander almost looks human at times this year.
Toronto beat Boston 5-1. Tampa Bay beat Baltimore 8-4. White Sox defeated Chicago, or they beat themselves. That happens on occasion. They defeated Seattle. They actually did beat themselves yesterday when they had to go into extra innings to play the Mariners, and Seattle won. Kansas City shut out.
That was a back and forth game in Seattle and Chicago.
And Minnesota beat Cleveland. Boy, Cleveland's struggling still. Half-hearted swing to the right side. Kendrick to his left. Has to hurry, and it's an infield base hit. Albert immediately breaking toward the bag on that slow ground ball. Near the bag as it was. Yep. Started then stopped.
Now we're going a long way. That's a tough play, especially because Kinzer runs well.
So 2 on, 2 outs. Elvis Andrus at the plate. 2-hit game for him. 2 for 3 overall. 1 ball, no strikes. $13 hits this afternoon for Texas. Andrews lines with a left of base hit. Napoli's being waved around. The throw from Trout is not in time. 7-3 Texas. Andrews with his second RBI has 26 runs batted in now.
He's had a good game today. 3 hits, a walk, a sacrifice.
And here comes Josh Hamilton. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. One ball, no strikes. LaTroy Hawkins, by the way, starting his rehab assignment today. Scheduled to pitch 1 inning. Good sign as far as adding some depth to that bullpen.
Yeah, I was talking to him a number of times about his finger. It's getting much more flexibility. Shouldn't take him too long to get ready. Just a couple appearances down in the minor leagues to be back up.
2 runs that have scored here in the 9th inning. Charge to David Carpenter in his inning in the 3rd. Hamilton drives one out to center field. Borges has a beat on it. Makes the catch. The inning comes to an end, but Texas tacks on 2 more here in the ninth as we head to the bottom of the ninth. It is 7-3 Rangers. Good weekend series so far between these two teams. Angels lead the series 3-2. 13 games remaining, 6 more here, 7 at the ballpark in Arlington. The next one is July 20th through the 22nd right here. New pitcher on the mound for the Texas Rangers. That is Joe Nathan, takes over for Mike Adams.
Joe Nathan seems to be getting his fastball back. 91 to 96, slider, curveball. 11 saves and 12 opportunities. This is not a save situation for Nathan right now.
Gentry, who pinch ran in the top of the inning, stays in center field as we pointed out, and Hamilton in left. Heiser stirs to pinch hit here for Peter Borges to start this ninth. And the first one is a strike. Kendrys Morales has come out to the on-deck circle. He'll be pitch hitting in the catcher's spot. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nathan, a one-time draft pick of the San Francisco Giants as a shortstop by the SUNY Stony Brook. Went around on the off-speed pitch, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Converted to pitching in his second season and has never looked back.
Over that A.J. Brzezinski trade, too, with Minnesota.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Signed in the offseason by Texas. Breaking pitch, got him looking. Down goes his Sturs, 1 down.
Through that big curveball. Got a very good slider to go along with his mid-90s fastball. For a period of time with the Minnesota Twins, he was outside of Rivera. Frankie Rodriguez, 3 best in the American League as far as closing ball games.
Had Tommy John surgery in March of 2010. It was used as a setup guy last year for Minnesota, setting up Matt Capps. Pushing 48 games. Signed a 2-year deal in the offseason. A 1 pitch popped up, playable for Adrian Beltres. It drifts over into foul territory. 2 down. For the Angels down to the last out. They'll set up Mike Trout. Dan Herron is the pitcher of record for the Angels. He will take the loss. Drop his mark to 3-6. Matt Harrison will pick up the win. It will be his 7th of the year. Trout with 1 for 4 so far today. Had an RBI single in the 7th. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Seattle comes into town for the first of 3 tomorrow night. The Angels have an off day or travel day on Thursday, and then interleague action continues next weekend in Denver, taking on the Colorado Rockies. This one shot to right field, a 2-out base hit. So a multi-hit game for Mike Trout. Keeps the inning alive for Alberto Callaspo.
Another good swing by Trout, just keeping his hands back, going the other way with the pitch.
Callaspo hitless today, 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a pop-up, and a fly ball to right. The thing about that interleague schedule, too, is that a week from tomorrow will be at Dodger Stadium. Usually a weekend series, a home-and-home weekend series for both. But the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday scheduling quirk is Trout will advance to second on defensive indifference.
Boy, the Dodgers starting to struggle. They lost again today to Colorado. Lost 2 out of 3 to the Rockies.
Oh, 1 pitch. Breaking ball, caught the corner. 0-2.
Goes the curveball to left-handed batters and his slider mostly to right-handed batters.
Oh, 2. This one pulled up the line, foul. Pujols on deck. Albert had a chance to really do something big in that 7th inning with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Alexi Ogando came right after him, jammed him just enough to get him to hit the fly ball to left to finish off that 7th. Angels did their part, or tried to do their part offensively at battling back, but that pitch misses in, 1-2. Angels pitchers just couldn't keep things in check. Looking for shutdown innings, just couldn't get it.
Every time it looked like the Angels would have a chance in this game, they would able to, the Rangers get some walks, a couple of key hits to expand their lead.
Loss today would put them at 4-2 on this homestand. Series victory already. As Callaspo bounces this one off the plate. Nathan's got it. Throws on to first, and Texas takes the finale by the final of 7-3.
I think when it comes down to you got to be happy about winning a series against the Rangers, but the reality is you always want to be able to have a sweep and put that much more pressure on the Rangers. But a couple of key mistakes on the mound. Nelson Cruz hit a tremendous 462-foot shot. Ron Washington had this team aggressively running in that closed-door meeting with a shored up the defense. They made some nice plays defensively in this game as compared to the first 2 games in which they allowed some mistakes to cost them some key runs in losing the first 2 games in the series.
As we just pointed out, Matt Harrison picks up the win, his 7th of the year. Dan Herron takes the loss after going 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. He is now 3-6. The Angels will have a night off and then welcome in the Seattle Mariners for the first of 3 beginning tomorrow night. Stick around. Chris McGee, Tim Sam, and Jose Moto will continue to break things down with Angels Live. It's coming up next.